What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And Lamelo Ball keeps doing his thing. I'm going to tell you why I was impressed with his performance. After having an abysmal game against the Memphis Grizzlies, against Ja Morant, he bounced back. And the difference between Lamelo Ball and other point guards, when Lamelo has a bad game, he rebounds from a bad performance with a slew of great games. So he doesn't just have a bad game and then one good game and a couple of bad games. He doesn't do that. Tonight, he showed all of his skill. He shot 2 for 8 for threes, but he did not let that discourage him. At the end of the game, he shot 7 for 14 field goals. So it tells you he mixed the 3 from the 2s and not always settling for 3s. See, it's a difference when you take a lot of shots and getting to the basket and shooting mid-range compared to just shooting 3s and that's all you're doing. He mixed it up. He got to the free throw line. He shot 3 for 3 field goals. Let me repeat that. Lamelo Ball shot 3 for 3 for free throws. So he's getting to the line and he's making his free throw attempts. They're called free throws for a reason. He could have had a triple-double in this game. In 26 minutes, 19 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, with a plus-minus of +10. Could you imagine if he would have played regular starters minutes in a preseason matchup against Miami? Could you imagine? The sky's the limit. I know today's NBA is different. I know a lot of point guards are going to shoot threes. My problem is when some point guards only rely on their three-point shot and do not use their height, use their craftiness to attack. When you attack the basket, opportunities are created. And that's what happened in this game. Shout out to Book Night. Not Book Night, but Boat Night. I'm getting used to it. It's spelled like Book Night, but Boat Night. James Boat Night had a solid performance. 14 points. Wasn't as efficient. Did have 5 turnovers, but he's a rookie. I'm judging him like a rookie. Shot 5 for 10 field goals. Did shoot 1 for 5 from 3, but it's going to get better. So he did show promise against the Heat. But Lamelo Ball, Miles Bridges with 22 points, very underrated. And this is why he's a starter. He could get 22 points without even hogging the ball. He could get 20-plus points by playing within the system. See, a guy like Gordon Hayward, he wants to slow down the pace, take the shots he want to take, doesn't really care about the shots everyone else takes as long as he gets his stats. That's the difference. But this is a preseason game. I'm not judging too much from this performance. The Charlotte Hornets lost to the Heat by a point. Really, the backups won that game for the Heat, and kudos to them. But PJ, abysmal performance. He didn't really impress me that much. McDaniel started, only had 6 points, but I like his game, and he's a reserve player. I expected that. The last preseason games are really just letting the last string players get their fill in and get their feet wet. No matter if they become part of the roster or go to the G League, These are what the last preseason games for. Sometimes the very last preseason game is a tune-up for most teams. Sometimes it's just to rest your starters. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited of the progression of this team. James Borrego, he's still doing that auto zone defense. I don't know if he's going to do the right thing and switch over, but it's really hard to tell with James Borrego. On RawTruth, we're not going to sugarcoat his coaching ability. If he coaches well, we'll say it. If he's doing the most, not trying to allow Lamelo Ball to be him and let him be the upcoming star that he's trying to be. As long as he let Lamelo be Lamelo, doesn't overcoach. Sometimes coaches overcoach, and it leads to L's in the win-loss column. I've said multiple times on previous streams that Coach James Borrego is the luckiest coach in the NBA. A coach who's right at 400 win percentage, kind of below it a little bit, still getting an extension. If that is not luck, I don't know what luck is. But Terry Rozier didn't play in this game. Gordon Hayward didn't play in this game. Plumlee didn't play in this game. Oubre didn't play in this game. It was good to see LaMelo Ball go up against Kyle Lowry, a veteran guard. I was surprised he played. Very surprised. He had 15 points, a couple of assists. You know, did the veteran stat line that he usually does. Bam Adebayo is the truth. Had 18 points, 5 rebounds. He's a monster, man. And he's going to cause problems in the East. And they got P.J. Tucker. And y'all can laugh and say all y'all want about P.J. Tucker. To say his game is not flashy, his game is not this. But P.J. Tucker gets those checks. Y'all better put respect on P.J. Tucker's name. Because every championship team or contending team call his name for his services. See, if a lot of athletes would strive to be a P.J. Tucker, will want to hustle, play defense, and shoot threes when they're open, instead of trying to be AI. Everybody can't be AI. Everybody can't be Kobe. They can't be a LeBron. So the best way to get into the NBA is to be a junkyard dog. And that's PJ. I don't think people realize how tough it is to be great in the NBA. Only a few people have that greatness. I listed it. The great Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Shaq, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Larry Bird, and many more. They had it. They had a gifted ability, and they changed the game for the better. Magic Johnson. I can't believe I didn't even say Magic. Magic Johnson, the best point guard of all time. These brothers had the ability to change the game. So your best bet, and this is for anyone watching, you may be in college, you may be playing at overseas. If you really want to make the league and you don't have that elite talent just yet, look at P.J. Tucker. Hustle. Be smart. Be strong. And maybe you can make an NBA roster. It's tough to make it. But if there's one way to do it, look at his film. But the Miami Heat they have a culture. And when they say Heat culture, I believe it. They all work hard. They all play as one. And shout out to Coach Spo. He has earned everything he's gotten. And remember, they used to say that Eric Spoelstra was a lame duck coach. He's proven his worth. And shout out to him. But the Hornets, they're young. They need a couple more pieces. They need a legitimate 5. Mason Plumlee is a good backup, but he's not a bona fide starter. And you all will see that this season. You'll see it this season. When they play against a certified big man, when you play against Embiid, and Embiid drops 30 to 40 points and almost 20 rebounds, I'm exaggerating on 20 rebounds, but you never know. 10 rebounds or so, you're going to look and say, man, we should have had this. We should have traded for Miles Turner. All those things will be talked about. But shout out to the Hornets fans for showing love to the channel. Me and Coach Joe will be going live 11 a.m. Pacific time to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of Lamelo Ball and Lonzo. So it's going to be about that teaching. It's going to be fun. Y'all make sure to tune in, like and subscribe, share the content. This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth giving you the raw content that you deservedly need, and I'm out.